Tamara Wanjiko amesema hapo, good morning my people.
Good morning.
Good morning Miss Tamara, Miss T.
How you do?
Sam Carlo.
It's checked in.
He has said good morning ladies. Good
morning
sir.
Today.
Hey, AfroFabb.
Today.
Karibu.
Today.
Watu
wameingia.
DJ Roy.
Chubui.
Karibu.
DJ Roy alifanya
How's our weekend? How was our weekend?
Producer.
But
American.
Producer, how was your weekend? Are your abs hurting? Our producer is suffering, courtesy of Elixir Wellness.
Sana Saturday fit camp nani.
Saturday fit camp manenos.
He came and saw. I think amezoea tu kusikia tu pararira. Kusikia kwa mtandao.
Pararira.
Alikuja akaona first hand experience nani. First hand.
Hapo kwenye Elixir Wellness.
My friend.
Guys, Elixir Wellness is our proud sponsor. There's a boot camp here at Donholm Shopping Center that you really don't want to miss. It's every morning, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah. But the Saturday one, man, it
hits different.
It decides the people who are serious from those who are just coming to piga gumzo. If you're talking, you're not.
You've missed the whole workout.
You're not working hard enough.
You missed the whole workout.
Yeah?
Kwa sababu ati umesoma hivi ati bado unapiga beka ati mia. Watu wale unasikia firime. Next rotate.
Moving on swiftly.
You know.
Right. Karibu sana. Naona hapa George Ouche ameingia hapo. Helen Mzungu D'Souza. My sister from another mother. Karibu sana. All the way from, I don't know, she's a globetrotter. I don't know where she's at today.
Good
but
now, where you are.
Sana, good now, everyone. Welcome again to that show.
To that show, man. Monday edition, relationship, Monday things.
Relationship manenos. Hey, best of mine.
We love love.
See, we just dive in.
We love love. Alafu na hiyo song yenye wacha tu. Sirudi hizo lyrics. Ziwati murder.
Sirudi tu. Sema tu rosafi.
You guys amekataa kumake it. Amesema forget with them. Hakuna kuliana.
He's like,
there is nothing I'm doing if I cannot get you.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
You're the one.
Aye.
Nakufa na wewe. Hapa hivi leo.
You're the praise in my eye.
Tamara Wanjiko is making me laugh. She's like, producer laughed at me last time. Wacha nicheke sasa. We're building bodies here at Elixir.
Tamara,
we're building minds here at Galactic.
Definitely,
yes?
Definitely.
And making dreams come true. Anyway, let's dive straight into our first topic of the day, which is for better or for worse. What does it mean when you say for better or for worse? Yeah. Nowadays, 50% of for better or for worse, they exit stage left.
You know,
people are there when it's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, it's good when it's good.
A guy is becoming impatient. What's the problem?
For me,
what's changing?
I think it's a combination of things. It's a combination of things where we have a generation of men who were brought up like their fathers. Wakoloni. We have a generation of men who believe that certain tasks are for women. Certain things are to be left to a woman. So we therefore have this sort of divide. Whereas we're the first proper generation where almost every woman is working, has to work. It's not even like our moms, they kind of had like, how can I put it?
They had a choice.
Most of them had a choice. Exactly.
You could stay at
Most
home
of
and
them
raise the kids and look after the home.
Had jobs, went to school, had jobs, and then got married. And a lot of times they decided to become the homemaker. A lot of times it was a societal pressures to stay home and be the homemaker. Some of our moms rebelled against that and went to work regardless, got someone to take care of the kids and moved on with their lives, you know, like lived their lives, went back to school. I know some of my aunties or my mom's friends who, everyone was an auntie in those days.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So like I know some of these people who now have master's degrees, PhDs, but post raising children. Whereas our generation, we're going to school. I finished I got pregnant in my first year, had my child in my second year, and had a, like, literally, not even a toddler, an infant through my final year of uni. You know what I mean? So we're doing it. We're brought up in a generation to believe that we can have it all.
We can have it all, yeah.
You know, it's difficult, but
we
want to believe that we can. But I really don't think we can.
It's hard.
I don't think we can.
It's really hard because, like you said, you got your baby when you're still in school, on campus.
Yeah.
Both of mine, man. Same journey. You know, it gets to a point you're sitting there, you're thinking, wow.
Yeah.
Nikimaliza hapa, and then I'm still supposed to go back to the workforce out there because you're supposed to fend for these guys.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to play mom.
Yes.
Umesoma, you want to practice what you've somaed.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, money has to come from somewhere.
Yes.
So you have all these hats to juggle. Man, it's not an easy feat.
I think having it all is a fallacy. I believe
we bite more than we can chew, more than we can even swallow.
I think the thing is, and this is why, for better or for worse, is becoming a kind of like this, like that.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, women now, we're growing up in a situation where you've gone to school, you finished your degree, or your diploma or whatever, you've got your job or you've got your business. For those of us who decided to go into business, you've got all of that. And so therefore, when somebody tries to give you some shit because he thinks that he's the one who pays for everything, and you know for a fact that if you leave, even if you have children, your paycheck can cover everything. You know what I mean? So when people become unreasonable, it becomes difficult for someone to stay, because you're thinking to yourself, if I leave, then I have a lot less pressure on me. I can still work. I can get someone to take care of the kids or my kid. You know what I mean? Or I can take my child to daycare in the morning, go to work, pick the child up, and still be mom. You see, I can take the child to school in the morning, get to work, do my job, come back home, pick him up from school or after school activities, and still be mom. Instead of having someone here who's either constantly sabotaging you or not parenting with you. Because once you decide to have a child, then it becomes about that child.
Yeah, we parent
this
child. We raise this child.
Exactly.
I don't have to raise you, raise the child, raise... it's too much, man.
Because there are a lot of people here, not just women, but men as well, who are overwhelmed by responsibility.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like wewe ndo tegemeo la kila kitu.
Kila mtu,
chako ni chako, chako ni chetu na
kwenyu.
changu ni changu. You know, especially those women who think like that. It's like, if you're earning money, you want to do with your money as you please. You want to save your money, you want to do your nails, you want to do your hair, you want to go to your chamas, you want to do your investment on your own without including like this man. Yako. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. Hakuna maziwa. Yeah. You know, gas imeisha. You know, whereas you are still going to work, because even for me, I always say, there are deadbeats out here, men and women, mainly men.
Yes.
Because women generally step up because we have to. You can't just walk away. You know, in a lot of cases, after we walk away, many women will take that child and take them to their mother or to their family. You know what I mean? That child is being taken care of by the maternal side of
the
family. You know what I mean? However, when you look at it and you think to yourself, do we really need to be doing this? Is there a way that if we communicated better, we can...
It could be avoided.
Exactly.
It could be avoided, because if I'm feeling overwhelmed and like everything has become heavy. If I don't let you know, you will not know it's breaking my back.
100%.
You will not know.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking, wow, okay, fine, we are both working.
Yes.
Okay, fine, we have to raise these children.
Yes.
Okay, fine, we have bills to pay.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, at least that one we have it, it's clear.
Yes.
You're going to work, I'm going to work. That one is clear.
Yeah.
Kitu ingine, there's also that child. That child needs both of us.
Exactly.
So that means we have to sit down. And talk about it. Because again, like that thing of walking away, because you're thinking, wow, I have this nice job, I can pay my rent, I can pay school fees, I can pay all these bills, I'm fine. That would have been avoided if you'd have talked about it. Because then again, you know, some people just take it for face value. You're like, mimi nimechoka.
You
don't even want to try, you don't want to, because fine. Sometimes walking away is solving the problem because you're leaving that toxic situation behind.
Yes.
But then again, you've not tried looking at what's causing this.
Yeah. Have you tried everything? Have you tried counseling? Have you tried maybe even if you're close to your in-laws or in either side? Have you tried going to those people and talking to them and say, "Hey, maze ubrenyu, maze usistenyu, kuna venye guys, let's work together to help them." Yes. You know what I mean?
Find a solution first.
Exactly.
Because you walking away, you forget it's not about you.
Yes, it's
There's
about that
children
person.
in that unit.
Yeah.
And
also when someone is misbehaving, it's
you
not, they're not
them,
trying to punish you. There's something going on with them. If they're being not the person, because yes, we are allowed to change. But when you see that your person is changing for the worse, then isn't it time that you sat them down and say, "Hey, Kwanza, this brings us into the next topic. Oh, Kwanza tusalimie Anogada. Hello.
Good morning. Hey,
you know?
Sent us a flower.
I know. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're making us blush.
I know. Enjoy Mushai. Karibu sana.
Karibu sana. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like when you see people changing for the worst. I met this person. They were straight up like people. This, They were honorable, an honorable person. Kidogo kidogo, like now with this pandemic,
COVID,
you see that people are drinking more, so bringing maybe becoming more addicted to substances because they can't face their daily lives.
That's true. That's true. Because it's changed and it changed suddenly, and they don't know how to deal.
Exactly.
You know? So this guy is like, what? You're sitting in the house, you're trying to work from home, it's not working.
Yes.
You're trying to homeschool these guys, it's not working. You're thinking, wow.
Yeah.
Yo, nyaje, see you tupate hapa shopi. Kuja tu kule kanyama.
Yes.
And of course kanyama comes with relatives.
Yeah.
You know, so you're thinking, hey, before you know it, you're always going to kula kanyama. Because you're finding your comfort.
Yes. Yes.
And me as your person, I'm supposed to point it out. I'm like,
hey, you guys.
Atindana pale kula kanyama. Yo nyama acha tukuli hapa.
Yes.
Because you're thinking, if it's that kanyama that takes you out there, let's bring it home. Let's have it here within the unit.
Yeah.
And then now there slowly you can start chipping away at this. You're like, hey, mazejo, squeeze unakunywa sana.
Exactly.
No, squeeze unakunywa sana. Nowadays you don't spend enough time. Hata watoto wanaanza kuuliza nini mbaya na wewe unajua. Like just be nice about usifoke mtu tafadhali. Na wale wanapenda kushout, wanapenda fujo unajua. Just do it slowly, in small doses, because eventually you'll say something and your person will realize, hiya.
Yes.
Kume, this is what's happening. Because probably they don't even think
realize
about it like that, you know.
Exactly.
So when you point it out and they're like, wow, this is what's happening. Because maybe suddenly you went from a family person to non-existent.
Yes, always out. But also what we have to think about when we're in a relationship is when someone else's behavior changes, what is your behavior doing in that time? Do you see what I mean? Because, you know, like how some people say, that person drove me to drink. They didn't literally give you a drink and pour it down your throat, but they maybe coping with them, you felt that you needed something to numb your senses. You know, when somebody leaves their house all the time and leaving you with the children, with the other responsibilities, because the drinking is not just the excessive drinking, the addiction to substances. It's not just men who are doing it. It's those women who are left in those houses. So you leave her there with the kids, with all the responsibilities. She feels like at the end of the day, I'll just have like a couple of beers. Or I'll just have like a bottle of wine.
This wine will help me fall asleep.
That's it. Before you know it,
she has 4 bottles there.
Exactly.
So every day she's dependent on
that to keep her going. You know, and especially when times are hard in the world like now. But also what we have to think about is with addiction, because it's a disease. And it's something that sometimes creeps up on you. You start
always miss all the symptoms.
Exactly.
Because they come one by one.
That's it.
By the time you realize.
And also what you have to ask yourself, what am I trying to mask? You know what I mean? What am I trying to mask? Yes? Because I'm drinking because, you know, if I'm drinking more than I usually drink, why am I doing it? If I'm trying to find substances to numb myself, why am I doing it?
That's a problem right there.
Exactly.
Because you're wondering all those other days you could deal without, and then suddenly you're dependent on it. Why?
But also what you have to think about is what comes with that, because with addiction comes distraction.
Oh, a lot,
you see, and even if you have no one else to destroy, like if you haven't got a family, if you haven't got a significant other, if you haven't got any of that, think about the destruction it's doing to you. I see many people, patients at the clinic, who've had things like liver cirrhosis. They've had kidney failure or kidney disease because of excessive drinking or excessive, because sometimes it's not just drinking. Addiction can be food addiction as well. There are some people who must
comfort feed.
Exactly, they comfort eat. So all these things are harmful to you. But what you have to remember is, especially when you have children, these children are seeing you drinking. These children are seeing you falling over yourself. These children are seeing you arguing because of the drink or the substance or whatever it is. Because when you start gaining too much weight, your partner checks you and says, hey, it's not good for your health. You know what I mean? Number one, it's not good for your health, but more importantly, I am not attracted to that.
False advertising, Nani, this is not what I ordered. What you ordered, what you get.
You know what I mean? I am not attracted to that. Because that is someone who is out of control. That is somebody who's bringing distraction to our relationship. You know what I mean? That is somebody who is showing our children that this is the norm. And I'm not happy with that. You see? And we should be able to check our partners and say, before we decide to leave, and this is what we're talking about, for better or for worse today.
Try and see if you can fix it. If it's something that you can fix, and most of the time it usually is. Because you'd find that just because we are not talking about it, you think, umeenda. Now, fine, you're in two different houses. You still continue stress eating. Now maybe probably it even gets worse because of the separation issue. Because now
or drinking or whatever it is that you're using
abusing at the time. So you can imagine it gets worse. You're totally dependent on it. You stop going to work. You stop hanging out with your kids. You can't even handle your kids anymore. You're depressing these guys, man. And when your partner checks you, have an open mind. Most of the time, it's usually for the better. Because that means this person has seen something off. And they've gone like, wow, my person, can you go on a slide left? Well, how can we solve this? How can we salvage? But there's those of us, man, you're corrected. Sirens.com. Have an open mind. This is somebody who cares about you. Who's seen, yapana, this is not you, this is not working, this is not the right way. Let's try and slow down, let's try and correct this, let's try and make it better before it gets worse.
But also, what I can say is, you know your person. You know this person who you're living with. And if you're not living with them, it means that you can remove yourself in that relationship, from that situation, without removing yourself from that relationship. But when you're living together, you know your person. You know, for example, Night Atieno, you know not to come at me with some bullshit at 8 o'clock in the night. Hey, baby, can we talk? You know not to tap me at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the night. We need to talk. No, talk to me in the morning when I'm fresh, when I'm more receptive. You know what I mean? Don't talk to me when I'm hungry, because when I'm hungry, I'm angry. I'm not listening to you. I'm not trying to listen to anything you've got to say. Because when you're trying to criticize me and I'm hungry, I get angry. The Hulk comes out. Do you get me? So this is why I'm saying it's good to know your person and their triggers and when to approach them. Don't approach me when I come home drunk.
So what
there will be no constructive discussion to be had. Mutapigiana kelele, muamshe neighbors, maybe watoto waamshwe. Do you understand? Okay, so umesolve nini? You know what I mean? Umesolve nini? Wacha nisalimia hapa Jude Aurora and Anthony Machete. Karibuni sana kwenye our show.
Good morning.
Thank you for checking in.
Leon the Don in Jenga.
Karibu sana.
Twister.
You know. So, kile nasema ni, you know your person. Before this relationship starts to die, before you descend into abusing each other, verbally, physically, any of that stuff. Kuna tu watu wanapendanga kuvunja watu ama wanapenda kutukanana. Lakini huyo mtu ni mtu utamjua. You know what I mean?
This
thing started. This thing doesn't start when you start dating. This thing starts. No, it doesn't start when you get married. It starts by somebody saying something as simple as, "Mbono umevaa hiyo nguo fupi?" My dress, my choice. You know what I mean? I don't like you singing in the shower.
Are you trying to say that my voice is bad? Are you trying
and even
to say
if
that
my voice is bad, I'm just trying to, what's it called?
I'm enjoying the moment.
Express myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're feeling good.
Maybe tell me, imba pole pole, si ati hiyo ya kuamsha neighbors. You know, usiniambie nisiimbe, usiniambie nisikule sijui nini, juu siku hizi nanona. You know, ukiona nimeanza kuput on weight, baby, twende for a walk, evening. Couple goals. Exactly. You know, evening stroll manenos.
Tactics, you know,
there are better ways of talking to our significant others than being cruel.
Yep.
You know, you know, all relationships have issues.
Oh, they have issues.
All of them. You know, and even the best relationships. Exactly. Hizo zote kwa sababu kuna saa zingine wewe amka unaangalia mtu wako hivi.
I picked this one. Yani for the past 2 years I've been picking this one.
Sasa ndo unaanza kuona akona mguke jumemjamia. Exactly. That's the point where that person breathes too heavy, chews too loud. You know, when you find yourself in that situation, remove yourself from that situation. Because at the end of the day, you've been with this person 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, whatever. 2 years, 2 months, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why is it they're irritating me today?
Yeah. Nini may change.
You know what I mean?
Nini may change. There has to be something that has changed. Because we've gone from lovey-dovey to, oh my God.
So think about it. Is it me, especially for us females? Is it my hormones? Am I nearing that time of the month? You know, check yourself first before you go checking that person.
Amen.
Because exactly. And men, when you're stressed mainly about money, check yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whenever we're stressed and we're taking it out on our significant others or those who we love, we need to check ourselves and think, what is it that's going on in my life that's making me see that person as the problem?
Yeah, you're being irritable to everything.
Because we're going to take it out on them because we know it's safe.
Yeah. Yeah, because you feel better. But now you forget ule mwingine akona hormones uko na pia yeye amesota na sasa umemongezea na yako ya kusota.
Exactly.
Sasa zime escalate zimekuwa tatu, my friend.
That's it.
Kidogo shortly kuna mtoto mwingine atapiga tu nduru hapo.
And Tamara Wanjiko is saying, can we talk about for better or for worse in the aspect of any type of abuse, because some people don't know they're going through it. Also, others are aware, but the phrase for better or for worse chains them to such relationship. And this is so good because we were walking straight into this topic of dying relationships or of dead relationships that are there only by name. You know what I mean? You're not supporting each other. You're not, like you used to champion each other. You're not doing that anymore. You're not even talking. You're not even loving. Like the bedroom is dead. Like you might as well be in separate rooms.
Imagine, and
you know what I mean? And at that point, you have to ask yourself, as Tamara says here, are you staying because of those vows? Are you staying because you're afraid of what society would say about you? Are you being abused? Well, we were talking about psychological abuse earlier, you know, someone constantly beating you down psychologically. Have you dropped your standards so far that you have no respect for yourself anymore? So therefore that you feel like you have to stay in this thing because this is the only person that will accept you. Because why? Because that's what this person has told you. Is that what is happening to you?
The sad part is that you're the only one who's thinking, this is the only person who can pender me, and this person is pending somebody else.
Exactly.
So,
you know? So we have to think about when
society doesn't come to bed with you at
exactly.
night. Society doesn't take care of you when you're unwell. It's probably this person that
yes. So when it comes to when we feel like our relationships are dying or are dead, we have to think to ourselves before we throw in the towel. Can we ask ourselves, why is it that this thing is dying? Why is it that I feel like I no longer want to fight for this thing? You know what I mean? And a lot of times, it's as simple as just nipping it in the bud. The moment you realize that this thing is happening,
deal with it.
Talk about it. You know, don't wait for me for 2 weeks down the line when I've been out of order.
It's become a mountain.
Exactly.
Now. You'd have sorted.
Now you approach me at 10 o'clock in the night when I'm tired and I'm ready to fight you because I just want to sleep. Exactly. You know what I mean? Or at midday when I'm hungry. Wait for me, nishibe. At least nibembeleze baby. Kuja tukae hapa. Kuja tuende for a walk. You know, make me have some endorphins. Yeah. You know, let's go for a walk. Let's leave this environment that is toxic to us. You know, let's go talk. Yeah. But don't keep masking. Because I say masking because sometimes when couples are unhappy, they start, oh, it's Friday. It's whatever. Oh, shall we have a glass of wine? It turns into a couple of bottles of wine. And then that fight that you've been holding on to, yeah, it comes out. Exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah? Or let's go for a trip. Why? Because we don't want to deal with that thing that we're going through. You know what I mean? When you're unhappy in a relationship, that's not the time to go for a trip. When someone is abusing you, that's not the time to accept gifts from them.
It doesn't fix it. It's just a band-aid on top of it.
Exactly.
And then next time it's going to be another.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
No.
So it's a matter of asking yourself, again, as Tamara said, am I staying here because I'm chained by those vows? Yeah? Is this person going to kill me one day because I said for better or for worse? Yes? We all have our faults. Everyone is, nobody is perfect.
Nobody is perfect.
Everybody makes mistakes. Exactly. You know? And aiming for perfection is usually a recipe for disaster. Because when you fail, you're going to disappoint yourself. You're going to disappoint other people. Then you're going to feel like, what's the point?
Yeah? Start shooting everyone, shooting the messenger, shooting. But no, like, guys, like, really, you know where things started going wrong.
Yes.
You know, for a fact, you know.
Exactly.
And it's nagging and it's lingering in your head. You know where it started.
Yes.
If it started now, sawa, try and fix it.
Yes.
Try and fix it. Before you walk out, there's other options as well.
Exactly.
Now, even if you've decided, sawa, I'm walking out, probably you've decided that because now you've examined every avenue.
Yes.
And you're like, you know what? This is not working.
Yes.
Discuss it with your partner.
That's it.
Discuss it with your partner so that in case there's children, you know how you're going to co-parent from Kulembali.
Yes.
And these children are not going to be affected like if you just decided to up and leave and pick the children with you.
Or they're not going to be used as pawns.
Exactly.
If you leave, you're not going to see your kids. If you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the moment someone says that to you, you also have to ask yourself, is this somebody who I really want to still be associated with? However, another thing that the biggest thing I think that you need to think about is, can I help this person so that we can keep being together? Yeah. Because when you love somebody, sometimes they will sometimes they'll do something so messed up that you don't even know how to come back from.
Exactly.
But with help, with counseling, if that person is willing to make amends and make lasting change, then there's no reason why couples shouldn't come back together and say, right. But then if this behavior is repeated, if this abuse is repeated, if this cycle is continuously repeating itself, why are we still holding on to something that is broken? You know? And if that's what you want, then why are you still complaining about it?
Why are you complaining about it? Because you have options of walking out, but or fixing it, but you still choose not to.
Yes.
I've seen couples out here, like you'd find maybe one partner strayed.
Yeah.
And they stepped out kidogo nini and it was a hala.
They stepped out kidogo.
Kidogo, like kidogo.
One night stand bananas.
Inclusive relatives that came along, but even if kuna zile zenye zilikuwa. So you find that a partner stepped out. There was a halabalu like ilikuwa breaking news now.
Yes.
But you'd find eventually they came back together.
Yes.
And of course guys are like, mimi mtu azinifanya kitu kama hiyo na nikubali arudi.
Yes.
The thing that the society doesn't realize is these people decided to sit down. They saw what the problem was.
Yeah, they fixed it.
They talked about it.
That's
they were
it.
like, you know what? Anyway, niliblanda.
Yes.
I did this. Maybe I was doing this because of this.
Yes.
So, my apologies. I'm going to mend my ways.
Yes.
And you find after that people are living
happily ever after. You know. And yes, things will go wrong hapa katikati, but they will fix it.
But now they know how to fix it better because they're like, wa ile kubwa tuzuka. What are these?
Yes. And I would like to first, can I just say hello to Caroline Kenyana and thank you for the share.
We're making
and nimeona Julian Okinda hapo pia amejitumbukiza hapa ndani. Karibu sana. Right. So what was I going to say?
About society na kuingilia.
Yes.
Watu wenye wamekosana.
Exactly. So these people have fixed it. Yeah? And they're okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they will continue to fix it. I'd like to talk to people in their 20s. When we're in our 20s, we think that we're invincible. We're now adults. We can do as we please. As you know, it's very easy for people in their 20s, and it's happened to all of us. Yeah, to get into those abusive relationships, to compromise their principles.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you think, oh, I'm either looking for a wife, or I'm looking for a husband, or I'm looking for a significant other, whichever way you swing. So you're exactly. So you're thinking that I'm going to just settle for this person for now. When you're in your 20s, you're free. Do your job.
This is the
do your studies. Meet people. Date. You don't have to be married twice by the time and divorced by the time you're 30. Night Atieno here. You know, we've all made exactly.
Mistakes.
There were not mistakes. There were things that there were decisions that we made, and there were lessons that we learned.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But what I can say to people in their 20s is, embrace life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make those mistakes now while you're young, you know? And when you do make those mistakes, forgive yourself.
Yeah.
And don't
definitely.
think that it's a weakness to seek help, you know? Because when we don't seek help, we burn bridges. We burn bridges not only with other people, but we do things like getting into addiction that then mess us up for a very long time, if not forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fine. So one person broke your heart when
Exactly.
you were 21, and then now everyone, okay, men are dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, women are this, that, and
Yeah.
the other.
You know.
It was one person.
And even if it's 5 people, there are many people in this
move on
world.
to the next, to the next, to the
You know
next.
what I mean?
This is your make or break moment.
Exactly.
Zile za like jaribu hapa, because this is the time you're going to get into the wrong job.
That's it.
You're going to get into the wrong relationship.
Yes.
You're going to make
Because
some
of
decisions.
one.
Utaka hivi ujiangalie ujiulize, ai, hata mimi ndo nilifanya kitu kama hiyo. Unaona? Like you ask yourself these questions like,
Yeah.
Your 20s, and then they only come by just once.
And talking about the 20s, we're going to talk about PDA, public displays of affection. To do or not to do.
Or not to do.
But kwa sasa, DJ Roy, wacha pia sisi to wet our whistles. Give me love and affection. Karibuni, Karibuni. Welcome back to that show here on Galactic Productions.
Hey,
Karibuni sana.
back.
This is that show with her herself.
AfroFabb
And me myself, Night Atieno.
Atieno.
Hapa kwenye Galactic Productions. We're here on Mondays
Wednesday
and Friday. On Mondays like today, we talk about relationships, everything relationship, from workplace relationships
anyone you're
to
relating to.
children relationships, which we also like to talk about very much because we all know children are annoying.
Kidogo. Kidogo out to cross.
And on Wednesdays,
we also annoyed somebody.
Exactly. We also annoyed somebody. I think I annoyed my mother a lot. She must have cursed me. But I've got a wonderful, wonderful child. And nilimchapa viboko. He knows better. Anyway, we talk about everything relationship, from that to spouses to anything that affects us relationship. Our relationship with ourselves, sometimes we talk about, you know, and that goes towards wellness.
The one relationship people forget
about is our relationships with our relationship with ourselves. Yeah. And on Wednesdays we talk about money
things, man.
Money
things.
Financial situation, savings, kwenye
wellness na money. How to treat money,
yes,
good so that money treats you even better.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because watu wamezoea tu pesa tu, wanaonanga tu pesa hapa nje, unafikiria tu ni.
Exactly. And on Friday, on Friday we talk about everything and anything, about anything, no taboos, no filters, no nothing.
See me looking away.
Kitu yoyote yenye inakukasirikishanga, yani tuambie, tutakasirikia.
Hata wale watu wakukurudishia sweetie for change.
Exactly.
Kupatia pesa.
Exactly.
It's my money, man.
Anything that annoys you in this Kenya, those politicians who call for rallies without masks and they tell us that our schools are still shut, we talk about all of that. But Karibuni tena, welcome back to this show.
And thank you so much for your comments. Guys,
exactly.
Guys are on there.
Exactly.
What wanna share maono, mawazo.
Yeah. So remember,
really nice.
Don't watch on your own. Karibisha watu. If you find something that you find useful with any of our shows, please share. Help us grow. Help us reach other people. And if there's anything that you'd like us to talk about on any of the shows, please tutumia hapo kwenye slide in the DM, weka hapo kwenye comments. You know what I mean? And we will, let's talk. Because the whole point of this show is to open up conversations that are often maybe seen as difficult or people don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. If we talk about it here, you can approach someone by saying, hey, ebu wachi kitu. And then you will open that conversation. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point. You know, for us, it's about really creating a world where we can talk about things so that we lessen that load for ourselves mentally. Definitely. Because when we lessen that load for ourselves mentally, we make the world a happier place. You know what I mean?
Better.
You have a happier home. You have a happier work environment.
You're a happier person.
You know what I mean?
You're just being spreading, oozing positivity.
Exactly.
Positivity, good vibes.
Exactly.
Good vibes. Our show is about being the change.
Yeah. Be the change you want to see in this world.
Kidogo shortly. You're living in a beautiful place.
Exactly.
Before you know it, the world is a beautiful place.
The world is a beautiful place. Let us love each other. But talking about loving each other, where do we stand on PDA? Public displays of affection. To kiss or not to kiss?
I like holding hands.
To kumbatiana or not to kumbatiana?
I like kissing.
Where do you draw the line? You know what I mean? Where do you draw the line when it comes to public displays of affection? And also, is it something that, like a lot of people will look and see a couple kissing and either flinch or go, why are they doing it in public? Well, we all know they're doing it in private. It's just a kiss. Get over it. Come upendi kuona, lekeza macho another way. That is my view on it. You know what I mean?
Because alafu plus kuna I'm not 50-50. Mimi, I am sorry. I'm those people. We are walking and we hold your hand.
Yes.
So kama upendi kona toshika na mikono.
I said, what? No, but the thing is, those haters, I call them haters, because those people, how does it affect your life?
Exactly.
Exactly. If a couple is holding hands or they've got their arms around their shoulders and a hand slips and touches the madudas, how does it affect your life?
Exactly.
Like for you to open your mouth and say something to that couple, how does it affect your life? What has it taken away from you? You know what I mean?
Yo kidogo tu ni, I think ni wale watu wenyewe
hawapendwi,
hawajipendi, hawajui kupenda, so hawajui kupendana. Because I don't see what's wrong with people holding hands. I don't see an innocent kiss. It's
nothing. I can like mimi hata roriemo ile ya exchanging salivas. I don't even mind because it's true. Kama nataka ku exchange saliva with my person, inakuhusu nini? You know what I mean?
Kuna wengine hauzidi lakini.
Kuzidi aje?
Kuna wengine hauzidi.
Kuzidi aje?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
An innocent kiss, like, okay, fine, a peck is okay. Holding hands is okay.
Okay for who?
For me, it's okay. Like me, Nikiona, I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'll move on.
Exactly. For you.
I will move
Do you
on.
see? It's the same as you saying that you want to hold hands or you want to have an innocent kiss, a peck on the lips. For you, that's okay. For someone else, a good grab of the head and a snog is what is okay for them. It's all relative. Why is it okay for you to have a peck and a hug and a holding of hands when it's not okay for me to exchange saliva.
Kuzidi kuna wale watu wenye tu auzidi, like literally they bring bedroom affairs.
Like how?
I'm trying to filter myself here.
What? Like what? Do you know, not too long ago, less than 200 years ago, in this Africa, we were walking around naked.
It's okay.
In most parts, I'm just saying.
It's okay.
Nobody said that it's indecent. Nobody says nini. Wakoloni wakakuja wakatuambia tuvae nguo. Wakakuja wakatuambia tuache kudinyana kwa bush. Sasa.
And there goes Night Atieno. No, because you can imagine, you're walking, you're minding your business. Umetoka job, umebeba na vitu zako. Umeenda kidogo shortly, you kutana with people catching strokes at a corner over there.
See, it's their strokes.
In public.
Yes.
Why you? Aki wadi nataka tu kutoka.
It's their strokes.
I know. No, but why in public? Okay. My biggest issue is maybe there's kids playing out there.
Mimi ndaifanya palimenishikia.
Why you having sex in public?
You're coming from work.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're coming from work. Yeah. So you're in town. Sindio?
Niko kwa mtaa.
Mtaa wapi?
Siko tao, niko kwa mtaa.
Si lakini hata hao walikuwa tu kwa kichochoro.
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Mtoi akipita hapo labda ametumwa shop
na huyo mtoi, wacha nikwambie kitu. Kwanza kwa vijiji, here is where our hypocrisy goes. Yeah? Ni sawa, mimi ndio catch strokes pale najisikia. Ikinishika ni hapo, we are all animals. Let us just do it. Anyway, mimi nafanya kama Nike. Niseme just do it. Yes. Of course, it depends on where you are. Mimi naelewa pale unasema kama watoto wanacheza hapa nje, check yourself. Yes? But if I'm somewhere like in a club, for example, and me and my person, we've gone and found a corner pale. Wait. We found a corner. And we are going for it. You know? And someone else comes and hey, kelele. Wewe tafuta mtu wako huko mfanye na yeye exchange saliva ama angalia hiyo side nyingine pale watu wana dance. Sisi kinya tunafanya hapa kwa kona haikuhusu. It is none of your business. None.
Aya. The same thing again cause me niko hapa nje, like literally niko hapa nje because I'm imagining me and my person have decided we're going for a walk. Kidogo my emotions zimepanda. How far would you go?
How far? What do you mean?
Yeah, like your public display of everything.
Yeah.
How far would you go? Because you're out here taking a walk. How far would you go?
If you're out here, okay. Wewe umesemaje? Sikia. Si tuko mtaani. Bedroom yangu ndo ile. Nataka kufanya nini in public? Si bedroom yangu ndo ile pale. There's a difference.
Akindarudia tu mpaka ushike.
Mahanjam zikinishika na niko huko mbali. Nitafute kakona, mimi na kamtu kangu. Na kuna watoto wanacheza hapa nje. Noma iko wapi? Mahanjam zikinishika na niko kwa club. Nitafute kachoo mahali. Mimi na mtu wangu.
What would you do? Si kwa sababu nasema you're taking a walk. Focus.
Yes.
A walk.
Yeah, but that's different.
See, that's why. Because people.
But that's what I've agreed. I've agreed with you.
Kwa club.
That not a kwa club peke yake. What I'm saying is, of course, you have to look at where you are. That just like with everything. Unaona? Mimi mtu akinichokoza hapa nje na niko na mtu wangu. Sitarusha ngumi first. I will try diplomacy. But ukinichokoza huko mbali na home.
Of course.
Darusha. You see? But like with everything in life, you have to look at your environment and you have to look at how it will affect those around you. Do you get me? However, what I'm saying is, a snog. A simple exchange of saliva between lovers. Inawahusu nini?
You just answered that question before you asked that one.
What?
Check where you are.
Yeah.
Bas. So, nyinyi watu wa sijui nini.
Yeah, but to be fair, yeah, we're living in the 22nd century. Ama tuko gani mazee hata sasa sijui.
You know, ile century man, me
we are far. We're far. But bad. All I can say is, not too long ago, we were living outdoors. We were doing our things when the mood took us. You get me? So for me, I just think, of course, you check your environment, but for me, personally, snogging in public is not a sin. It's not even something. It's not something that somebody should come and open their mouth to tell me. What are you doing in public? Why can't you do it?
As you just tell them, wait, let me do it again so that you can see.
Unataka kufanya practice wewe. Juu umeshindwa. Koko dry spell nani? Kana hiyo dry spell yako huko. Usitulete makasiriko hapa. Makasiriko ni Friday.
So me I think it's okay. You do you.
Yeah.
But angalia tu pali uko. Kama kuna wale sana mimi nalilia underage.
Yeah.
Usiwashtue sana.
No, but the thing is, what you have to remember is we're living in an age where our kids are seeing people snogging on telly. You get me? They're seeing people snogging on YouTube, on TikTok, on whatever platform